Okay.
How have you been enjoying the Last of Us TV show?
I haven't watched it. I do not have HBO Max.
Oh,
I meant to steal yours when you were over here and have you log in so I could watch it, but I
jokes,
forgot.
jokes on you. It's not even mine. I can't share it anyway. Um,
Damn it.
all right, so, but I mean, you remember the Last of Us one, right? Like,
Yeah, Joel and Ellie set off on an adventure to Disneyland, and then there's zombies. Something's clicking that they need to figure out. And then a doctor says, "We need your daughter, who's not your real daughter." And then he saves her.
okay, well, so they already announced the Last of Us
Okay.
season 2.
Right.
And based on IGN, they're saying they're gonna base it off of Last of Us Part 2, even though like the showrunner said that like Part 2 is like too much for one season. But this is like, I think, one of the worst news I could have heard in a while, because now I have to worry about, will they ruin The Last of Us in the second season? Because The Last of Us Part 2 was terrible. I will die on that hill. Um, like I know I don't remember your thoughts exactly on it, but for me, Last of Us Part 2 was like abysmal, especially compared to the first one. Uh, it was not a good time. The story, just like, they killed off the connection you made in the first one. So, it's like, but in this newest episode, not to spoil anything, but they really like
I heard
enhance
Ron
the.
Swanson was amazing.
Well, yeah, no, he was, but they enhanced the backstory for like his character. So in the game, he's I can just, yeah, I can say he has a boyfriend, but you don't know that they were lovers, and then like, yeah, after the guy like inflicts eternal pain to himself, you find it in like a note, and you piece it together. So like, it's never explicitly said, but you understood they had like a romantic relationship.
Right.
In the show, it's like they're just like in a love-hate relationship to death. And
Huh.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they went that route, like gave him so much character development, but it was still great. But like, my point is I hope they take the same civil liberties and apply it to the season 2 by not having Joel die. It's not a spoiler because it's in the game. That's not a spoiler.
Right. I don't think they will. Not to
Really?
burst your bubble. Yeah, because that's like a smaller thing. Like Bill wasn't a big part of the game.
No, I'm talking about Joel.
Right, where as Joel has to die for the whole second game to happen, really. So that's like the whole point of the
Right,
season.
but then the show would
Bill
end.
Bill dies no matter what.
No,
Spoiler alert if you
wait,
haven't
what?
played Last of Us.
Bill
Bill
didn't die.
dies.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
Bill's gonna die.
He's not.
He's
dead.
gonna die. Right. He's not dead yet,
Isn't
but he's gonna die. I'm pretty sure he dies later on. But he's also not a big part of the game. Like he's there, but and Joel's the main character,
right,
until he gets his head smashed in, and then Ellie takes over.
Right, but like, it was the relationship or the bond that
No,
they made that made it great.
Yeah, it's too big of a point. They won't get rid of it.
So
The Bill thing, like whatever, like that's fine.
Right? No, I don't care.
Like,
No, I was only mentioning that because like that's like a weak change compared to Joel dying completely changed the feel of the game. So it's like, but like, I didn't want to even play the rest of Last of Us 2, and I did. It sucked. It's like, and Joel's character is just really, really good in terms of like,
right.
So like, I'm afraid they're gonna just kill him off in season 2 or whenever it happens.
Oh, they're going to, because that's the point of the second game.
I know.
I don't know why that's a surprise to you. That's the first episode.
No.
He's gonna die, and then it's gonna be Ellie's story.
See, like,
and then they'll do maybe Abby's story. I don't know.
I don't.
The real hope we can get, right, is that we don't get as much of Abby's story.
True.
It's just Ellie's story. and they stop at the midway point, and then it skips to like that end scene where they're making out in the lake or whatever. So,
but see, I kind of, all right, I'll put it this way. The reason, or I have a suspicion he could possibly live is because the show is doing so successfully that, like, if they, it's kind of like what happened with The Walking Dead, where like they were killing off these characters that people just weren't ready to die off, and then the show just kind of really took a turn and sucked. Like, if this this main character just dies in an early season, in season 2, that's going to be
Right.
an incredibly tough pill to swallow. I don't know. I mean, yes, they probably will kill them all, but I think it's gonna like just ruin the show. I think it's gonna leave a sour taste in everyone's mouth, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be detrimental to the show.
I would say yes if it was a normal show, but it's not a show for everybody. It's based off of something. It's for the fans of The Last of Us. So, like, yes,
True.
they would still want it to be a good show and whatever, but no, I don't see that happening at all.
My big brain though idea is that season 2.
I also can we yeah, go ahead. No, finish your thought, and then
that season 2 isn't going to be part 2. It's going to be the time skip between 1 and 2, because you get the flashbacks of how like Ellie and Joel kind of like got divided because because he like obviously lied to her. And that, I mean, they could easily expand upon that and how they lived in like that like community. So, and plus they probably need to buffer some time, because odds are they're working on The Last of Us Part 3. So if they're gonna make a season, if they're gonna continue with the show, they can't do it too fast, or else, the game, or else the game won't be out by then.
I don't think Last of Us 3 is going to be out that soon. It'll probably be another 8 years before we get Last of Us 3.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That like if they add that buffer time, then it possibly could. But if they don't, then a season 3 would happen well before before part 3 comes out.
They'd have to do like 7 seasons to buffer before Last of Us 3.
I don't know
if they're even doing Last of Us 3.
I mean, I know we're going to talk about it in a second, but I feel like they are. I think they're not done with the story. I mean, they're not even out with the standalone multiplayer. Is that how they're really going to end it? Like, I think they're absolutely.
Oh, I don't doubt it's coming, but right. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
No, I don't think it's anytime soon either.
And not soon enough that they can buffer for that long.
But I think it's much. I think that game is going to take a long time to make versus filming a season for the TV show. Like it's kind of like the anime versus manga, problem where it's like when the anime is catching up too fast, they place in filler to add buffer time.
Right. But they would, like I said, they would need like 7 seasons of buffer, or they would take a 7-year break.
Right. I don't think they'd be too keen on a break, Yeah.
Can we also just talk about though the fact that like everybody's like, oh, it's based off of Last of Us Part 2 because Neil Druckmann tweeted out Part 2 Arrow HBO. Like
what?
How? That doesn't mean that it's Last of Us Part 2. It just means that there's a Part 2 coming, like in season 2. Like
right.
Like it could just mean they're not going to get through the whole first game in the first season, which
that's what
could very well be the case.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how many episodes if they said they're doing for the first season.
I think it's 10.
Oh, never mind. They're probably going to get through it then.
Really?
If they're at the Bill part already? I don't know. It depends, I guess, how much they add.
Right. Like because
they still like a good chunk through.
Oh, it's 9 episodes. No, I don't think no, because like they still have to go through like the Sam storyline where it's the they run into
oh, never mind. Holy.
Right, it's relatively early, right?
Bill's town is like the 4th chapter.
Right. So and they still have the Sam thing. They still have to run into the brother at the Well,
Right.
we are really just spoil it. Hey, don't listen to us. Even. You don't listen to
It's
have to
been
listen to us. Right.
it's been 13 years. If you haven't played The Last of Us 1, I don't know what's wrong with you.
So yeah, they go to the camp. They have to. I mean, they're gonna. I mean, we already saw shots that he's gonna, save Ellie from the hospital. Actually, no, that actually confirms it. Because in one of the in like the trailer for it,
Oh,
yeah, one of the scenes is
it was
Joel
the last
clearly.
scene. Okay.
Actually, it could have been the scene where he's like, I'm not sure if he's in a hospital, but it's when he gets like impaled and Ellie has to like save him. Remember that? And then Ellie does her own thing and gets attacked by cannibals.
Kinda.
Like I forget why they're in there. It's like some kind of hospital like place, and then Joel gets into a fight with some NPC and
I
falls
remember
into
the
a
like
spike.
scene. I don't remember like how he gets hurt.
Yeah,
But
he just falls into a spike with someone else, and then. But either way, yeah, down for. I think. I don't know. Either way, they'll probably round out the first game with one season.
right.
But I still think they'd be better off with like. I want to see what they come up with for in season 2 in the time skip.
Right.
I feel like that'd be interesting. So I'm just saying. But I back to Last of Us Part 2 though. God, I hate that game. I hate it so much. I was like beyond disappointed. Thought what Abby? That's her. That's her name.
Yeah, Abby.
Abby's character sucked. What else? Like, I mean, I like the confliction of Abby and Ellie, but at the same time, it's like, why did you kill off Joel at the very start? That should have been like the end of the game. I don't know.
No, there should have been a middle game.
Oh.
That could have been Last of Us 3.
Okay,
There should have
that's
been
what you're
another
saying.
game.
Right. No, I can agree with that. Don't get me wrong. It's really cool that like how you the doc. Well, first of all, yeah, the doctor you murk is her dad, and that's why she wants like this revenge. But
Right.
at the same time, it's like that's not how you start the game. Like
Right.
without like building up to it. Like you said, if they had a game before, if that was part 3, I could agree. And that was
Right.
the end. If that was the end to part 2, and the entire game was part 3, I would understand it, even though I still didn't have a good time with it.
Oh yeah.
Right. So yeah, I guess the moral story here is get HBO Max.
Yeah, I gotta sign up for it. I'll wait till the season's over. Then I'll do it.